Hi friends, welcome to TRENDRIDER channel supported by Simulation. Today we are going to do the technical analysis for TV Today network. TV Today is the ticker name and you are watching the monthly technical chart of the stock. And this is the historical price chart of TV Today network, and here each candle represents 1 month. Okay, these are all the technical indicators and their respective graphs generated for the stock to do the technical analysis. Now if you look at the historical price path pattern of the stock, we can clearly see that from this point, this is the origin. From December 2011 onwards, the stock started moving in the upward direction, making continuous new highs. This is a new high 1, and there is a slight sideway movement. And this is new high 2, sideway movement, new high 3, sideway movement, new high 4, and I think it is right now the stock is undergoing a consolidation phase, and after that a slight sideway movement has to happen, or it may go. I mean, once this consolidation phase is over, it may move in the upward direction. But there is a trend. The underlying trend is to move in the upward direction. That thing is there for sure, because we are seeing since 2011 the stock has been continuously making efforts to move in the upward direction. I mean, slightly here and there it entered the sideway movement, but that's okay. But wherever it is coming under the influence of negative super trend mode, it is entering the sideway movement. Okay, but these two are the normal things, but this is an exception where without a negative super trend mode, it entered a sideway movement, and it passes some time here and then it made a movement. Okay, then right now the stock came under the influence of positive super trend mode, and for the past 3 months, September, October, November, the stock had been giving positive returns to its investors. For example, in October, since October, this stock, in October the stock was trading at 248. Okay, and today it is 390. Okay, literally 10 at 2, and literally 142 rupees. It has given per share benefit to its investors in the last 3 months. So that is the potential of the stock, and we can clearly see that since 2011 it has been continuously moving in the upward direction. That is very good, and there is a path pattern of the stock, consistent path pattern of the stock. So and even after this consolidation phase, the current consolidation phase is over. We expect that the stock will move in the upward direction, continuing its previous historical path pattern. Okay, and right now the stock is under the influence of positive super trend mode. Very good, and it has already crossed its 20 and 50-day moving average. Okay, and now if you look at the relative strength is picking up. Actually, the line is making a parallel line to the top line. The relative strength line, the curve is making a graph is making a parallel line to the top line. It is brushing with the top line. That's good. And directional strength is going down. Going down means, still we can see that the positive line is on top of the slow line, and the negative line, and both lines are diverging actually here, making a huge space, and some trend reversal. Some directional, though the directional line is going down, but still we can clearly see that it is going to. There are changes happening here, which make this line move up a little bit. And stochastics clearly is showing that there is a positive trend. Okay, the fast line is on top of the slow line, and both lines are diverging and creating huge space between them, and both lines are playing at the midpoint. Okay, so they have to go up to the 80 line, then only they can show. We can see a very strong positive trend in the stock. So right now the trend is average at an average level. That's what the stochastics is showing right now. And momentum is playing on top of the baseline. That's okay, and but momentum is not at the benchmark level. So again, okay, and again balance of power and LRA both are in sync with each other, and they're telling us the stock is in bullish zone right now. And Kopeck curve is right now showing that has already crossed the baseline, cut to the baseline, and entered the negative zone, and it is showing that the stock is in sell zone. Okay then. So, and Kopeck curve is lacking strength too. That is also there. Okay. Now all these guiding points are except RSI and stochastics up to a certain extent. Remaining all guiding points are not up to the mark. Even RSI is also not up to the mark for the matter. Stochastics is at the medium range, and momentum is at the initial phase. Um Direction strength is also at the initial phase. So all these points, none of the technical indicators, guiding points of the technical indicators are at the benchmark level, and which are there in the positive side, they are all at the initial phase, and which are there in the negative this thing, like Kopak curve and all, they are like due to they are lacking strength. It is very clear. So at this moment, it looks like the stock is pacing at a very slow pace, because at a sluggish pace. That's what, because it is, it don't have energy, or it don't have that support, it don't have that strength, it don't have the directional strength, it don't have the momentum to to pace up, to move in the upward direction at a certain pace. So all these things are lacking right now. So I think that crossing. I mean, it may cross 400 after a few days, but after that, unless these things, critical parameters, reach the benchmark level, I don't think it will go up to 450 or something. But at the same time, this stock is good for medium term investment. Looking at the path pattern of the stock, and looking at the historical highs, that new highs that it has been making consistently over a period of time, and yeah, over a period of time. So it is like, we can consider, as per me, I can consider this stock for medium term investment at this moment. Regarding long term investment, we have to have a relook at the stock after a few days, and based on the new points, we will redo the analysis, and then if we get any positive signal, then we will, we can consider for the long term. But at this moment, we can consider the stock for the medium term investment. Okay, guys, if you look at the analysis, if you like the analysis, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.